How's it going, everybody? If you are a small business owner here in Michigan, then this video is for you. Today I want to talk about some of the basics around the coverages that you should be looking into and considering if you own a business here in Michigan. Whether you're first starting out or have been in business for years now, one of the most important things that you can do for your business is make sure that you have the right insurance in place to protect not only your business, but your employees and then yourself as well. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass along with anyone else as well. So let's start with some of the basic coverages that nearly every business is going to be looking into. First is general liability insurance, and where most businesses begin. This protects your business if somebody gets hurt on your property, or if your business gets accused of causing damage or injury because of your operations. General liability typically helps cover things like the lawsuit and legal fees that come with an accident, the medical expenses, and then any potential settlements or judgments. And it's very common for this coverage to be required by landlords, clients, or any business partners before you can even begin doing business with them. Then there's commercial property insurance. So if you own your building that you operate out of, this would provide coverage there. And then also your contents. So things like your equipment, tools, inventory, office furniture. And this would provide coverage for things like fire, theft, vandalism, or certain weather events. And even if you only lease your space, you still definitely want to make sure that you have coverage for your contents that your business owns inside. Next is workers' compensation insurance, which is required by law here in the state of Michigan if you have any employees. And it provides coverage for things like the medical expenses, the lost wages, and any potential rehab services that would be needed by an employee that gets injured or sick while on the job. And also typically included in this coverage is employer's liability, which helps protect you and your business if there are any lawsuits related to those injuries. Business interruption insurance is also a very important insurance coverage that some businesses can overlook. And this provides coverage if your business has to shut down temporarily due to a covered claim, such as with a fire or a severe storm, and would help replace your lost income and help keep your business afloat during that time. Commercial auto insurance is also a very important and necessary coverage if your business does own any vehicles. I have made some other videos going deeper on if you need a commercial auto policy versus just a personal policy, and I'll include them below or somewhere in this video. But if you are using a vehicle regularly for the business, you do want to make sure that you have this coverage in place. And even if your business does not own any vehicles, have any vehicles titled in the business name, it is still worth looking into something called hired and non-owned auto insurance, which would provide coverage for any vehicles that your business rents or any personal vehicles that get used for business tasks. And this would provide liability coverage to your business if there is an accident involving any of those vehicles. And now, for the most part, those are the basics that a lot of businesses will use as a starting point when building out their commercial insurance program. And these other additional coverages are definitely worth considering and worth looking into depending on where your business is at, overall business operations. Every business will be different. The first one I'm going to mention is umbrella liability insurance. And this would provide additional liability coverage on top of your existing policy. So your general liability, commercial auto, workers' comp, and it would be there in case a claim goes over your primary policy limits and would really be there for those extreme catastrophic events that your business could potentially face. Then there's cyber liability insurance, which is becoming a hot topic nowadays and increasingly common for businesses to be looking into, because if you handle any sort of customer data, take payments, or operate online in any capacity, your business is exposed. And a data breach or cyber attack can be truly devastating. And this coverage can help with the recovery costs, the legal fees, and other expenses that come with a data breach or cyber attack. And then there's inland marine insurance, which really applies to contractors or other service providers and covers things like tools, equipment, and any materials that you have off-site. And it really protects items that are in transit or temporarily stored off-site. Then there's employment practices liability insurance, also commonly referred to as EPL or EPLI. And this protects your business from employment-related claims that have to do with things like discrimination, harassment, or wrongful termination. And even if you are a small business with a small team, you can still potentially face these situations, and the lawsuits can be costly. So it is always worth looking into at least some coverage in this area. And then depending on the type of business you run, professional liability or E&O insurance can be very important to look into as well. This is key for any sort of professional services business. So consulting, accounting, anything that involves you giving advice. And this helps cover you if a client claims that you made a costly mistake or gave bad advice. And now again, depending on your operation, there are other coverages that you might need to look into, such as liquor liability if you are a restaurant that serves alcohol, or if you are a manufacturer or a retail store, you want to make sure that product liability is included in your general liability insurance policy. Otherwise, you might need or want to look into a separate policy completely for that coverage. And then if you're a nonprofit, a startup, or any business with a board of directors or investors, directors and officers coverage is also something worth looking into. This would help protect your leadership from personal liability, from business decisions that are being made, and their personal assets. And then crime insurance is another one to consider as well. It can help potentially protect against things like employee theft, embezzlement, or fraud. So I know this video was a lot and it can be overwhelming hearing about all of these different coverage options, but the most important thing to remember is that it is not about buying everything. It's about buying the right coverages and right coverage amounts for your business needs. A bakery isn't going to have the same coverage needs that a tech startup or a general contractor will have. So that's why it is very important to tailor your insurance program to your operation. And reviewing your coverage annually is key, because as your business grows, changes, so do your risk exposures as well. And there's a good chance that your coverages should adjust with that too. But overall, small business insurance is not simply just a box to check. It truly is something that is an asset and invaluable to your business to make sure that it is properly protected for those potential devastating worst case scenarios. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your business insurance, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever is easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to either reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.